Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily. If you're new here, today we're going to be hopping into a splits-focused vinyasa flow. So a lot of hamstring lengthening, also hamstring strengthening. It's going to be a little bit more focused on the lower body, a little bit less on the shoulders, the hands, but as always, there's going to be a little bit of everything. So we're going to get started in a child's pose. Before we do, please don't forget to subscribe, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and a comment letting me know what you thought, and if you have anything that you would like to see more in future classes. Right, let's get started in tabletop today. So you can make your way, stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, and just close your eyes, find stillness. Let's tuck the toes, so toes are also connected to the mat. And just take a moment to feel the grounding beneath your fingertips. Actively press down into the mat with your fingertips. Slightly pull the mat away from you with the toes. Squeeze the navel in. Don't let the shoulders drop, so activating the shoulders, protracting them. And keep the neck long. Let's take 3 more breaths here, just in stillness, building self-awareness. And then we're slowly going to start circling over the wrists. You can keep your eyes closed here if you want. Noticing the movement, little circles over the wrists and the knees. And then gradually increasing the size of the circles until you're leaning forward as much as you can without the heels of the hands lifting. Hips are almost touching the heels. And let's switch directions. Little circles first. And then gradually increasing their size. And slowly, let's come back through center. And then we're going to extend the right leg back, tuck the toes, start to rock back and forth. So you should feel a stretch through the calf muscle, the Achilles tendon, to the sole of the foot. Then keeping shoulders over wrists, let's cross right leg behind the left. Push into your right hand, look over left shoulder. And breathing in, let's look forward. The right leg extends behind you. Exhale, right foot steps beside the right hand. Come onto your fingertips. Let's pull the hips forward, untuck your left toes, and pull your chest forward and up. Maybe a slight movement side to side in your hips. And make sure you're keeping the left glute engaged here. Now let's plant the left hand, right arm reaches back, and let's flex the left toes. Right hand pushes into left heel, and left heel pushes into right hand. You should feel the engagement of the back of your left leg for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Circle the right hand underneath your right hip. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee. And then exhale it, straighten the right leg. Bending and straightening it. So you don't have to fully straighten the right leg just yet. Just go to wherever your body is meeting you today. Let's keep that right knee bent. Pause. Reach the arms alongside your ears and hold for 5. Squeezing the inner thighs together. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands at the heart space. Skandasana to the back of the mat. And if you need to stay on your toes for now, that's okay. And 1 more breath here. And then slowly let's sit down. Bring the left sole of the foot on your inner right thigh. Inhale, reach the arms up for Janu Shavasana. Exhale, fold forward. Breathing in, let's lift the chest, reach the arms above the head. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Plant your right foot. Now without the help of the hands, let's lift the chest and turn your left toes so they're just behind your left knee. Hands at the heart space, lean forward, and let's see if we can lift that left knee and then bring the left heel to the glute. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Drop your left foot, drop your left knee. Reach the arms up, inhale. Interlace your hands at the back of the head. Let's tuck the tailbone a lot. Deep breath in. Exhale, chin to chest, round the upper back. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, curl in. So you should feel that stretch in the front of your left thigh. Let's do it 3 more times. And last one here. Breathing in and breathe out, release the hands, frame your right foot. 3-legged tabletop, inhale, exhale, tabletop. Cat and cow, inhale, open up front body. Exhale to round for 5. 3 more cycles. And last one. And breathing in, come back to a neutral spine. Tuck your left toes, extend the left leg back, rock back and forth. And so we're trying to get that stretch in the left calf. And then let's cross the left leg behind the right. Push into your left hand, look over right shoulder. As you breathe in, look forward. Left foot steps on the outside of your left hand. Make sure the right toes are untucked. Squeeze the right glute, pull the hips down and forward, and then maybe rock side to side in the hips. And then we're going to keep that right hand planted. Left arm reaches up and back. Let's flex the right toes, push as hard as you can into the hand for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, and let's slowly start to rock back and forth. Maybe fully straightening that left leg. Maybe it's not happening just yet. Be patient with yourself and give yourself some grace. And sometimes it's just about meeting ourselves where we're at today. Not trying to force anything, just letting the practice develop naturally. As long as we feel a little bit better stepping off the mat than we did when we first arrived. Good. Let's rebend that left leg. Hold here, squeeze both thighs toward the midline. Let's reach the arms alongside the ears. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands to the heart space. Skandasana, side lunge to the right. You can help yourself with your hands. It's still early in the practice, so use all the tools you have at your disposal. And then breathing out, we're going to sit. Sole of the right foot goes against the inner left thigh. Janu Shavasana, let's reach the arms above the head. Exhale, fold over your left leg. Breathing in, let's lift the chest. Hands at the heart space. Left foot plants just in front of the right leg. Let's come into this little squat, and then see if you can lift that right knee and then squeeze the right heel towards the glute for 3, 2, and 1. Release your right foot, right knee, reach the arms above the head, tuck the tailbone. Exhale, curl in, chin to chest for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift the chest. Hands frame your left foot. 3-legged tabletop into tabletop. Tuck the toes, lift the knees to a hover. And then let's bring the right knee to the right elbow. Floating table. Left knee, left elbow. Floating table. Right, left. Right, make sure your shoulders don't move. Left. Right, hold for 3, 2, and 1. 3-legged dog, send it back. Bend the right knee, let's open up the hip. Take one more breath here. And then breathing out, knee to nose, step the right foot between the hands. Inhale, reach the arms up. Now exhale, hands to the heart space. We're going to heel toe that right foot forward as much as you can. So holding the longest lunge possible. And let's hold. If you need blocks again, you can take them, or just don't go too far. For 5, squeeze the left glute. 4, really strong left leg. Keep straightening it. 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring the hands down. Bring your right foot closer to the left foot. Pyramid pose. Inhale, straighten your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Maybe flexing the right toes. And then breathing out, let's bend the right knee. Warrior 1, reach the arms above the head. Exhale, interlace the hands at the lower back, open up the chest. And let's come into Warrior 3 with the bind. Breathing in and out for 3. Inhale, release the bind. Left knee comes into the chest, interlace your hands in front of your left knee and pull the left knee up towards your left shoulder. As you breathe out, let's cross left ankle over the right knee, figure 4. And breathing in, stand up tall, left knee into the chest. Exhale, step back, high plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog as you breathe in. Downward facing dog as you breathe out. Breathe in, come high on the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, bring your hips to heels. And then inhale, high plank for 5. Exhale, hips to heels. Inhale, high plank, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back, hips to heels, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees, untuck the toes. Let's stand on the knees, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Lean into your left hip. And let's see if we can extend that right leg out. Hold for 5, 4. If you need to keep that right leg bent, you can. 3, 2, and 1. Release the right foot. Left hand comes down on the mat. Tuck the left toes. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. As you breathe out, pyramid pose. Circle the right arm down. Bend the right knee, open up the chest, inhale. Exhale, pyramid. For 3. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. 2. And 1. Pause here. Pivot onto the outer blade of your left foot. Pull your right knee into your right shoulder. Either stay there or wild thing. Stretching out the front of the right hip. And then as you breathe out, let's bring the right hand down. Right knee to left elbow touch. Extend your right leg out. And let's take 1 push-up here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, slowly sit down with the help of both hands. We pivot to face diagonally to the back of the mat. Arms reach out to the sides. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, fold, but keep your spine straight. Inhale, rise back up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back up. Right hand goes behind your right hip. Come back to fallen star. Left hand circles down. 3-legged dog. Inhale. And let's walk the hands all the way back to the left foot. Standing splits. Flex the right toes to right wrist for 5. Standing splits. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Standing splits. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Walk your hands forward, high plank. Let's take 1 push-up, exhale. And then your chaturanga. Back to downward facing dog as you breathe out. Inhale here. And exhale, release. And left leg rises, inhale. Exhale, bend the left knee, open up the hip. Hold for 3. And as you breathe out, bring your left knee to nose. Step the left foot between the hands. Crescent lunge. And then we're going to bring the hands to the hips. And let's walk that left foot as much as you can to the top of the mat, taking a really, really low lunge, but not sinking that right knee down. So we're very, very strong in the right leg, keeping the hips squared. You should feel that stretch in the front of your right hip. For 5, 4, keep your point of focus in front of you, can get a little wobbly. 3, 2, and 1. Hands come down to the mat. Let's slide that left leg back, pyramid pose. Inhale. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Slowly, let's rebend that left leg. Come into warrior 1, reach the arms up. Exhale, interlace the hands at your lower back. Open up the heart. And then breathing out, we're going to come into warrior 3 with the bind. On your next inhale, stand up tall. Right knee hugs into the body. Let's interlace the hands around the right leg and pull the right knee into the right shoulder. Growing nice and tall, keeping your spine long, back of the neck long as well. Shoulders back and down. And then figure 4, sink down. Inhale, let's rise up, right knee into the chest. Exhale, step back, high plank. chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out, bend your knees, hips to heels, hold for 5. Compress thighs to stomach, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the knees, untuck the toes, stand on your knees, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Lean into the right hip, left leg extends out in front of you. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the left foot. Right hand finds the floor. Left arm reaches up. Breathe in. Exhale, circle the left arm down. Pyramid pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rebend the left knee, pivot on the outer blade of the right foot, left knee into the chest. And then maybe flip it over, wild thing. As you breathe out, left hand comes down, left knee to right elbow, touch. Extend that left leg out. Let's take 1 push up here. And then we're going to sit down, so coming on to the inner arch of the right foot. Lengthen the spine, maybe separate your feet a little bit wider apart. Exhale, let's fold between the legs. This time in whatever way you want, but we hold for 5. Keep engaging your legs, squeezing the thighs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk your hands all the way back to the hips. Bring your left leg in a little bit closer. Left hand goes behind your left hip, fallen star, inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down, high plank to chaturanga. Back to downward facing dog. Left leg rises. Let's walk the hands all the way back to the right foot. Standing splits. And then let's flex the left toes to left wrist for 5, 4, standing splits. 3, 2, and 1. Come back to standing splits. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees, let's roll up high mountain. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Right knee into the chest. Cross your right ankle over the left. Peace fingers, the right hand, hold the right big toe. Let's breathe in, kick your right leg out. Exhale, open up the hip, gaze over your left shoulder. Come back through center. Now let's wrap both hands behind the right leg. So that could be your right thigh or higher up. And let's just try to lift it as high as possible. For 5, 4, keeping the spine straight. 3, maybe gazing up. 2, and 1. For dancer, bring your right knee beside the left. Right hand holds the inside of your right foot. Left arm reaches up. And start to kick. And then very slowly, maybe left hand comes down on the mat. And we're going to not open up the chest, so we're still looking down. Slowly release. Come into standing splits. Right leg extends up. Exhale, right toes to right wrist for 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to kick that right leg through, Pistol squat, maybe right hand holds the right foot. Or you can find your balance for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. With or without the help of the hands, power lunge, inhale. Exhale, left hand comes down on the mat. Step your left foot closer, revolved Trikonasana, straightening the right leg. And then we're going to pivot to the right, coming on the outer blades of the feet. Big toes are lifted. And let's bend both knees, shoelace. Hands hold the top of the feet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Breathing in, lift your chest. Look towards the top of the mat. Pivot into a lunge. And then we're going to just move back and forth. So maybe slide that right foot forward a little bit more. Rock back and forth between half split and Anjaneyasana. And maybe today you just stay there. It's already a lot. Listen to your body. You know what you need best. If you're feeling warm enough for the splits already, you can go ahead and slide in. Otherwise, let's come into an active lunge once more. So lifting that left leg, trying to go even deeper into the lunge. And we hold for 5, 4. Maybe the arms reach up. 3, 2, and 1. Hands come down. Release your left leg and now maybe slide into the splits. Wherever you are, don't push yourself. Just stay where you feel a deep sensation and you can still breathe comfortably. Nothing feels like it's going to rip. You're still within your ability, but definitely pushing the edge. And we stay here for 10. Maybe close the eyes. Find a space that feels comfortable and as relaxed as possible. And notice what happens. Maybe you relax the right thigh and then maybe you squeeze the right thigh. Notice the difference between engaging these different parts of the body and relaxing them. Maybe engaging the thighs helps you go a little bit deeper. Maybe the glutes, if you engage them, it helps you open the hips a little bit more. So just close the eyes, experiment. And then we're slowly going to press into the hands. Right leg goes all the way back. And let's cross that right leg behind the left once again. Come back through center, bring your right knee beside the left. And let's make our way into downward facing dog. Walk the hands all the way back to the feet. Fold forward. Bend the knees, roll up, high mounted. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Just for a moment, keep the eyes closed. Relax your hands beside your hips and tune in. Notice any differences you might feel between your legs. Between each leg. Good. We're going to bring left knee into the chest, so open the eyes, find a point of focus. Left knee comes in. And then let's cross left ankle over the right knee. Peace fingers of the left hand wrap around left big toe. Inhale, stand up tall, kick your left leg out. Exhale, slowly open the hip, look over the right shoulder. Come back through center. You can stay here. Maybe you wrap the hands around the left leg. Maybe point the toes and let's lift it as high as possible, keeping the spine nice and straight, perhaps gazing up for 5. Right leg is super active. Push down into the mat with your right foot for 3. A little higher, 2. And 1. Release. Dancer's pose, left hand holds the inside of your left foot. Right arm reaches up, take your time. And then slowly, right hand can find the floor. Let's release the left hand down, standing splits. And then left toes tap the left wrist for 3, 2, 1. Pistol squat, kick through. Let's hold. Maybe hands in the air. Maybe you hold onto your left toe for 3, 2, and 1. With or without the help of the hands, let's push forward. Power lunge. Exhale, right hand finds the floor. Right foot steps a little closer. Straighten your left leg and reach your left arm up. And then breathing out, left hand comes down. Pivot to the left. Come on the outer blades of the feet. Bend both knees, shoelace. Hands hold the tops of the feet. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. And breathing in, let's lift the chest, pivot towards the top of the mat, and then we're going to once again move back and forth between half split and Anjaneyasana, just stretching out front of the right hip, left hamstring, alternating between the two. If you're feeling super flexy and open, you can already go into the splits. Otherwise, we're going to take an active lunge once again. So tucking the toes, hands on the hips, try to stay really upright, and then walk your left foot as far forward as possible. It's very strong, legs are very engaged. Let's hold. For 5, squeeze the glutes. 4. 3. 2, and 1. Hands come down, slowly slide into the splits if it's accessible, and just know that one side is going to be less open than the other. So just meet yourself wherever you're at. I think that's the general theme for today, being accepting of wherever you are in your practice. Not every day is going to be perfect. And we should never strive for perfection anyways. We should strive for showing up, for respecting ourselves, for putting in the work. And progress is inevitable if you keep showing up. But patience is key, for sure. And we can only be really patient with ourselves when we accept ourselves, in my opinion. Again, maybe closing the eyes, tuning in, noticing where it is that you're experiencing a lot of resistance. Sometimes it's not so obvious. So it could be that your right hip is maybe really tight. It might not be the left hamstring, or it's the left hamstring, or you could be engaging a little bit weirdly. Just try to notice what's going on. And then we're gonna slide that left leg back into a reverse or 3-legged tabletop. Left leg crosses behind the right. Should feel nice in the hips there as we stretch, looking over the right shoulder. And then breathing in, come back through center. We're going to sit on the heels. We're coming into camel pose. If you know you have a deep back bend, you can come in from here. So tucking the toes, holding the ankles, and then push into the hands, press your hips forward, and lift the chest. If you prefer to go in the traditional way, go for it, take your time. And then we're gonna really engage the back body. So you can bring maybe one hand at the heart space, maybe both. You should not feel it in the lower back. So if you do, maybe this is a bit too deep for you for now. Maybe arms reach up. And slowly come out. It's really intense. Take it easy. Again, you're avoiding any compression in the lower back, so it's really, really strong in the back body. So take it one step at a time. As always, we're going to roll all the way down to our backs, nice and slowly. Here you can knock the knees side to side, just loosening up the lower back, the hips. And then we're going to bring both knees over to the right. Left arm reaches out to the left. Let's come back through center. Bring both knees over to the left, right arm reaches out to the right. And again, center. Let's bring the feet wide apart, knees together. Keep the knees bent for constructive rest. Hands on the stomach and chest. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, let everything go. Now only breathing through the nose, deep breath in. Hold. And let everything go. Hold. Inhale fully. Hold. Exhale fully through the nose. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale fully. Hold. And then slowly breathe in normally. And let's bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a big hug, forehead to knees. Hold the breath and squeeze for 3, 2, and 1. Let it all go, shavasana. Take a deep cleansing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Notice how you're feeling in this moment, without judgment, without expectation, meeting yourself wherever you are. Thank you so much for flowing with me today. I will leave you here in shavasana. Please stay for as long as you have the time for. And I really look forward to seeing you in the next class. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.